Hi everyone, I'm Anthony here in the Woodstone Test Kitchen today. We're going to be walking you through some best practices and basic operations for your FireDeck automatic oven. If this is a brand new oven and has never been fired up before, please refer to the installation manual and follow the cold startup procedure. Now I'm going to walk you through your daily startup procedure for your oven. The first thing we want to do is take the night heat retention doors off of the oven and stash them somewhere out of the way. Your night heat retention doors will help hold on to heat in the oven for you at night. When you take them off in the morning, you should still feel residual heat in the oven. Next, we're just going to turn on our power switch here. This brings power to the oven. We should see our lights go through a startup procedure, and our LED screen is now lit. So from here, we have a one-push startup for the oven, and we're just going to hit the green start button on the LED screen. The oven always defaults back to your main cooking profile, so you don't have to worry about setting that each time daily. It's just the one start button, and the oven's going to automatically go through its heat up cycle for you without you having to worry about when to turn down flames or to adjust temperature. From the time you start your oven, it takes about 2 hours for the oven to go through its heat up cycle. During that time, your cook lights will not be lit up, but as you approach set point, they'll turn from red to green, indicating that you're ready to cook. So you're open for business, you've got customers coming through the door, and we need to start cooking pizza. Our indicator lights on the front of the oven show us that we're ready. The green light means ready. So I'm going to go ahead and land my first pizza in here, just inside, right up near the burner well. And I hit my cook button, which will now turn red. I've got additional pizzas coming in behind them. So I'm going to land these inside the doorway and move them to the appropriate spots here. So after pressing the button, you'll notice that the flame has gone up to our cooking height. I'm going to go ahead and move these pizzas into position. So notice how these pizzas are cooking right up against the flame here. In our automatic oven, we've changed the burner design to make that area right in front of the burner a little more gentle, and it's not going to burn the bottoms of your pizza. You're going to get more usage out of the floor of your oven, and you can lamb those pizzas right up against the flame. At this point, we're really just focused on baking the pizzas. We don't have to worry about heat management of any kind. The oven's going to do that for us. So I'm just going to go in here, check the bottoms of the pizza. Everything's doing just fine. I'm going to leave them in place, and I'll give them a little rotation when they're ready and right before we're ready to pull them out. Now that these pizzas are about halfway done cooking, I'm going to go in and give them a little rotation. I want the side that was facing the flame to now be facing on the opposite side, so we get a nice even bake. All right, I've given these pizzas a rotation. They're looking really nicely even baked, so I'm going to pull them all out here towards the doorway. We're just seconds away from pulling them out of the oven. Notice how we have nice even baking going all the way around. After pulling these pizzas, I don't have to worry about turning the oven down or anything like that. It will regulate temperature on its own, and we just worry about the quality of the pizza. I want to point out here real quick the evenness of the bake. These pizzas were right up against that cooking flame. We didn't get any scorching, any burning on the edges. We have a nice even bake all the way around. I also want to just take a look underneath here. Again, really nicely, evenly baked bottom, no scorching, no burning, no refiring of your pizzas. These are all beautiful pizzas and can be served to a customer. So I just wanted to cut into one of these pies, see how well it baked all the way through. Got a really great sound, a great crunch going on here. So what we're seeing here is a really nicely baked pie. There's no raw dough on the bottom layer. It's baked all the way through. We've got nice crumb and a nice rise on the dough. So we're continuing our lunch service here. Again, pizza goes in, and I hit my cook button, which brings our flame height up to our cooking height. I'm going to continue to land inside the doorway here and then move the pizza over once it sets up. So as we continue our lunch service, we're building in volume. We want to switch to a little bit of a boost for the oven. We can do that down here on our select preset and switch to the high volume button. That's just gonna give us a little bit more boost in the floor and get us through our lunch period. And then I continue to cook as normal. So notice that as I continue to cook here, I don't have to worry about hitting this button continuously. Once we're into volume and we're continuing to cook, the oven recognizes that drop in temperature, and it's going to keep our flame at our cooking height for the remainder of that period. As you continue to cook through your lunch rush and you have a high volume of pizzas in the oven, remain at your high volume setting on the oven. As we're getting to the end of our lunch rush here, the volume of pizza in the oven is starting to taper down. We can now switch back to our normal pizza production mode. As you can see, heat management in this oven is very simple and straightforward. Most of the time we're going to be in our pizza production mode, and during those periods where we experience high volume, we can easily swap up to that high volume to give the oven a little bit more boost in the floor. So with the Fire Deck Automatic, we've also introduced a threefold debris management system. The first part has to do with the burner design itself. We've reconfigured the burner design to be less susceptible to debris in the burner well. We still want to avoid sweeping into the burner, but if that happens from time to time, it's really not as big of a deal. The second component is our debris mantle in the front. An easy way to collect all of the flour, burnt cheese, whatever it is that accumulates in your oven can easily be swept to the front and right into this perforated debris mantle, which easily collects all the flour and can be thrown away into a garbage can. If you do happen to get debris down into your burner well, we've now designed it such that that debris will fall through into a crumb tray beneath the oven. You can get to the crumb tray by removing the access panel on the right or left hand side of the oven. The crumb tray is located directly underneath the radiant burner, and the release pin is on the front half of the burner. To empty the crumb tray, pull the pin towards you and the tray will drop down. From time to time, a service agent can get down here and vacuum and empty out this tray. After a long day of cooking, you may experience a little discoloration on the floor. This is due to cheese, oil, flour getting ground into the floor and sticking to the floor. We can go into a thermal cleaning mode to help with that. You would go into your select preset button and hit thermal clean. It'll ask for confirmation. You hit yes. It's already set at 700 degrees and a predetermined 2-hour cycle to get you through that cleaning mode. So at the end of the day, when we're done cooking, we want to properly shut the oven down for the end of the night. We're just going to go ahead and hit our stop button. It's going to turn the flames off, and then we will turn power off to the oven here. In addition, go ahead and put our night heat retention doors back on the oven, just like this. These will hold on to heat for us throughout the night, so that we start at a higher temperature the next morning.